just by your answer, sweetie, I can tell you go, this is classic. Yeah, right, whatever. Here's what is on your mind. I'm a big, arrogant, big mouth fucking asshole, right? And you want to destroy that any way you can.
Jalopy Bungus.
It's good, bro.
Welcome to the show, man.
Hell yeah.
I really appreciate you. I know you're super busy. I've been trying to get you on, so I want to say I appreciate your time for coming on.
Yeah, I've been trying to work on that too, bro. Like just time management. My time management's been bad for like a couple weeks.
Nah, you're just a sought after person. I see your videos online. Your chat is always popping, so you have to be there for your core fans too. So
I appreciate that.
I totally understand, man. That's part of why you're on the show. You know, I noticed the first way I found you was because of the bars, first of all.
That's love. That's love.
You know, that's how it came to me. It was like, yo, this guy's crazy. And I'm like, okay, like, I'm one of those old heads that's not stuck in his ways.
Right.
So I'm like, let me see. Like, give me all the videos.
Yeah.
So discovered you that way. Watched you rip a couple heads off in the battles.
Right.
I wasn't expecting the delivery to be so strong and like prepared. That was one of the things. I'm like, this guy seems really prepared.
Right, yeah.
A lot of times it's like, yo, this guy battles, you tap in, and it's like he was kind of phoning it in.
Right.
So I will give you props on that.
Yeah.
That's like one of the main reasons you're on the show.
I make sure, I be extra prepared for all
I
the
could
battles.
tell.
Yeah. For all
Yeah.
of them, for sure.
I think you surprised some of your opponents too.
Every time, almost every time.
They were kind of taking you light.
Yeah, the way they talk before the battle is never the way they talk afterwards.
I noticed that.
So it's crazy.
When you do your homework, you notice motherfuckers getting humbled right in the battle.
Real talk.
I also noticed too when I was doing my research on you, man, you're super tapped in. You know, your YouTube lives, your YouTube shorts, and stuff like that. Yep. You're always speaking on the culture. You're speaking on hip hop. You're speaking on current events. Yeah. But you're still putting your own spin on it, some insight that you haven't heard yet. You know.
Right.
And the other thing I liked about those videos and that whole thing you're doing online is like you have a really good hook at first, and then you find out at the end that you're actually well researched on the topic.
Oh, okay. I appreciate that.
So at first it's like, is this guy going to talk shit?
Yeah.
And then you go, oh, okay, all right.
Right, yeah. I definitely try to make sure when I'm bringing an idea or something to the table to try to bring something to support it. You feel me? Like whatever type of, do some research on it. But yeah, I definitely try to make sure they come from valid places.
Yeah, I think that's why your videos work so well. Like they keep you engaged because you're thinking, okay, this guy's going to go off like on a rant.
Right.
But then you got like some receipts and stuff. Some
images
floating behind you. You're like, look at this, 2018. Like, oh, shit, okay. So I did notice that. So good shit on that. Good job.
That's love, bro.
Good job
on
that.
Yeah, that's love.
Like I said, I found you first because of the battles. So I do want to ask you about that. I want to talk about that first.
For sure.
Very talented.
That's love.
That sticks out. Don't look at my notes, man. Really talented, man. That sticks out right away. It's like this guy has a knack for this, or he enjoys putting these words together. It's like you're not doing it because you're trying to impress people.
Yeah.
It seemed like you were having fun when you.
Yeah. It's always. Well, battle rap. I think my number one inspiration is just seeing where I could go with it. Like depending on who I'm battling, what level can I go to? Like how can I create a new approach?
Yeah.
In all scenarios, like what's a way that or an attack somebody hasn't really done super effectively or something like that. Yeah. I try to go outside the box for it for real.
Yeah, battles are that way. It's kind of like skateboarders. Like you get points for stuff that's never been done.
Exactly.
You know, like, okay, we've all hit this ramp or this stairs, but this guy did something way different out of the box. So
exactly. Like I'll talk about something that somebody else probably talked about, but my spin on it will be a new spin. Yeah. You feel me? That's really my whole thing. Like, and then how do I incorporate reality into this too though? Yeah. Not just to go in there and talk about shooting somebody 190 times and boom boom, but like what value can I create for the watcher, for somebody watching too? What can they walk away from? Walk away with?
I've noticed that too. Sometimes there's like a little message in there.
Exactly. You feel me? I'll have a whole round talking about something that's really important, or bars that make you reflect about your own personal life. Like
I'll put it in this video. I'll splice it in here, like right now. Boom. You know. Boom. Snap.
But my guardian seen that got me. I felt Christ consciousness. I was one with every species that sit beside me. Nigga, I did drugs on a full moon and connected to a tree. I'm Geechee. Get a clue, nigga.
Get a clue, nigga. That path you claim you walk ain't true, nigga. I know lost souls closer to God than you niggas. Jesus walked up. Oh my God. Get a clue, nigga. Get a clue, nigga. That's gonna last forever, nigga. That's gonna last forever. Get a clue, nigga. That path you claim you walk ain't true, nigga. I know lost souls closer to God than you, nigga. Jesus walked on water. At least that's what the witnesses recall. I know dope fiends that felt like they was walking up a wall. Jesus sold the word. My granddaddy had to sell somebody. Jesus got beat up and nailed to the cross. My uncle got in a fight and nailed somebody. Jesus fucked up too. I ain't finna doing too foul, but he kissed the feet of a prostitute. Why you think these bitches acting like they do now? Oh my God.
Right.
But the one I'm thinking about, I can't remember what the other guy was saying, but you fucked him up. It was like some anime themed shit. It was nuts. So.
Oh, I think you talking about versus Elijah Straight.
I want to say so, yeah. Because I was watching a bunch of stuff, and then I was saving like Thesaurus for last,
Yeah, right.
I'm like, okay, I'll keep this one. I'm like, who's are these dudes? So,
shout out Thesaurus, a legend.
Yeah, that was interesting to build up for that. I was like, damn, I got Thesaurus is legit.
Thesaurus is one of the GOATs, one of the greatest of all time. So I was very appreciative. And you notice I didn't disrespect him in my round.
Yeah.
Like that's my whole thing. I think especially in battle rap, like a battler will get somebody of status and think they have to diminish what they do in order to win the battle. I think that's the case for some, but yeah, I don't gotta lie to beat Thesaurus.
Yeah.
I don't gotta make shit up and say, talk his legacy, but then when we get off stage, I'm telling him like, oh yeah, I appreciate it. Like,
my boy,
nah, I'm not gonna go there. I'm gonna just beat you in a different way.
Yeah, it was actually the opposite. It was like the ultimate respect to be so prepared.
Right.
I showed up for this guy. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it was some stuff that could have been for anyone, but a lot of stuff tailored for him too. So,
right.
You played it right.
Right.
You definitely understand how to get the points in a battle. Prepared was another note.
Right.
You want to talk about your very first battle? What was that like?
I guess it depends on what you mean.
I'm talking about the first one you consider like, man, I'm nervous. This is a battle.
Like this is an official battle. Like,
yeah, I mean, okay. Did you battle a lot?
I battled before. I've been battling since I was like 12.
Okay, so there's
freestyle battling. They used to call me Mini 50.
Ooh.
I be at the apartment complex, like going outside, just battling older kids, like, you know what I'm saying? Going down the street to the corner or going to battle motherfuckers at school.
That's cool.
You feel me? Like, yeah, motherfuckers call me Mini 50. They said I used to look like 50 Cent when I was little.
I like that. Some lore. He got some lore since he was little.
Yeah, I definitely.
Just like the real 50 though, right?
Low key?
Yeah, they talk about him like, yo, this guy was since a youngster, you know what I mean? So
yeah,
that's how you were with the raps.
I don't think I wasn't really writing serious at that time. It was a lot of just, I was probably I don't remember nothing I said. I was probably getting away with a lot of shit because I was like 12.
Yeah.
But,
that's not your fault though. Exactly. That was your life experience up to that point.
Yeah, exactly. So they was probably looking at it like, oh, he a kid, so some bars probably didn't make sense. I don't remember nothing, but I know that, you feel me, motherfuckers definitely thought I was nice. So
yeah, there's something in there.
Yeah, but as far as an official battle, I would say it was I battled on a King of the Dot GEZ.
Ooh. So
I guess that's like it's like a proving grounds for King of the Dot, I guess you could say. I don't know, but essentially I had through my own battles before this because I was trying to go to this one league called Battleborn MCs, right? And I wanted to battle over there. I think I was like 19, but they didn't want to book me because I didn't have no footage room. Boom. So I was like, all right, man, I'm gonna just book my own shit. I booked my own shit, packed out the venues, had other battles going down, like through my own event, like a league owner type shit.
That's tight, yeah.
And then that's when King of the Dot hit me, and it was like, yeah,
who's this guy?
GZ, yeah. And then so that one, I would say like I was nervous until I got there. There's something that I don't know what it is with me, like
my ancestors be talking.
Yeah, like I be having moments.
You're like, I'm ready to show up now.
Right. I be having moments where beforehand, when I'm preparing, I'm like preparing for the best potential level this person could go to. So I watch all their battles and then think, what's a level that they haven't reached? I'll probably get that one.
Yeah.
That's how I try to think. So I try to prepare. Form. Yeah, I try to prepare for their rare form. So really, it's like I be nervous in that process sometimes because I'm still coming up with everything. But then you never know what's gonna happen. But then I get there, and all that shit go away. It's like the opposite. Like for most people, I feel like most people are nervous once they get on stage. All my nervousness and all that, it disappears when I get on stage.
That sounds like a lot of the athletes I have on here. It's like I already took it serious in the training.
Right.
So here it's
I didn't even think about that.
There's no more time to worry. Like this is I finally get to let it off.
Yeah, that's true.
You know,
I didn't even think about it like that.
Yeah, I've had some boxers and stuff and MMA guys and stuff, and they're like, "Yo, like I've already taken it serious like 3 months in a row.
Right.
Every day, like I couldn't eat anything I like, nothing."
So actually, what it is the confidence in the preparation.
Yeah.
That makes me comfortable.
And you hear that, but it's like, you know, you have to live it sometimes and be like, whoa, that's what happened to me. You know?
Facts,
that's what true confidence comes from. Like, that's when you can explore confidence. I heard that phrase once and that kind of blew my mind. Like, being confident's one thing, but then being confident long enough or in a situation where you're comfortable enough, you feel like home court advantage or something where you can start talking shit. You can start joking around, feeling at ease.
Yeah.
So like when a battle rapper's on that kind of mode, you know, it's a long night for the other guy.
Yeah, exactly. Unless they on that same time. But I feel like if I just had a critique for battle rap culture right now, it's really not that much different than what was going on with the hip hop culture for the last I don't know how long. It just got diluted. It became more about the business than it was the art. Yeah. And now you got 176 niggas trying to sound like one nigga. And that's really all battle rap is now. It's just, and I don't even, some people would say that's like an old head take or something, but I'm like, nigga.
That's what I was going to say. Like, I was old enough to see that when things come around and then they start becoming like formulaic, like, oh, I want to sound like him, and then I'll get views or I get put on shows or whatever it is for the battlers.
Right.
It's like, as long as I do that formula, and then, you know, within the culture, they make fun of it their own. You know, like I got a gun so big,
right?
Whoop-de-whoop. Like they know what's a hack already. They know, like we've seen that, and the stuff but from the outsiders looking in, or like when we try to get like new battle rap fans or investors and all that, they want to see like what the landscape is like, and then like you said, you see 100 people sound like this guy, yada yada, and then like for that 5-year block, that's what people thought about battle rap until we get an app or we get a thing, you know, like I've seen it, all the stages go through the thing. So
and it's real. I think when people be talking about like the golden era of battle rap or whatever they believe, whether it's the Smack era or the early URL era or whatever.
Grind time, nerds.
Yeah, grind time, whatever you want to say. Like the one thing that made the era special was that everybody had their own attributes. They had their own skills and they was trying different shit. Yep. I feel like a lot of them fools was trying different shit, from Hitman to Surf to Boom Boom Boom. They all added something.
It felt like for the fan, it felt like a Street Fighter game. You know, where the airplane flies from Japan over to like the middle of nowhere, Brazil, and then these two crazy styles fight. Yeah, that's what it used to feel like. Exactly. Now it feels like teams versus teams, camps versus camps.
It's this. I hate that part of this shit, bro.
So, and I'm just a fan, so I'm like, I'm here for it. Yeah. But then I'm like, oh, 2 versus 2s. Here we go.
It's like the battle rap culture is like a very small echo chamber. Like, because every event, people are losing interest. Like, I don't know if battle rap has ever been this. Like, we got what's about to come up. The fact that I gotta sit here and process what's about to come up. It's a big battle coming up. I think it's Hitman versus Mook booked somewhere, and it just seems like that's a fucking that's a game breaker battle.
It's a big one.
Hitman and Mook. That's a game breaking ass battle.
Yeah. It should be like a 5-round battle.
That's what I'm saying. Like. It's a game breaking ass battle, but people aren't even speaking on it in that way, and I think it's because it's the same thing that happened. If you pay attention to the battle rap culture,
he's gonna get surgical. Watch.
I'm saying if you pay attention to the battle rap culture, you pay attention to the hip hop culture prior to this battle that just happened. It's going through the same phase. It's become completely diluted and completely commodified. Yeah. To where niggas who do authentic shit, people get confused and think they not nice. Yeah. That's how you know shit got too far, when originality is looked at as
a weirdo.
A weird thing. Yeah. Or a nigga trying to do some shit that's different is looked at as a weird thing. Or people can't, like, for example, when I battle, it's a lot of battlers in the community that don't understand the hype. You see what I'm saying? And I know why they don't understand the hype. And it's because I don't do what they do.
They're stuck in that same formula.
In a loop. It's a time loop.
Yeah.
And they think that because I don't punchline or gunline bar every 4 bars, I'm doing something wrong. But then you look at the audience and they love it.
Yeah.
So it's really about like the audience gonna tell you. Yeah. You can't let the niggas that's everybody competing for everybody competing for these imaginary spots to really tell you what you doing and what you're not doing. These niggas, they'll capitalize on you.
Yeah, and they're not writing like the way you're writing for replay value.
That's
like,
what I'm
hey,
saying.
This is gonna last like the test of time. You could play this again and for your friends.
Exactly.
Like you said, they're trying to ride like a certain trend, certain wave. One of my favorite battles of all time, but especially for something like that, is Hollow the Dawn.
Hollow Dawn
Hollow's crazy. He always sticks to his guns. Like
greatest.
Almost every battle, he's saying something crazy, and it's kind of like oblong is the word for me. Like it's not a shape or size you've seen before. Like what is this? Pause. But it's like, like his bars are always different, and they don't fit in the same like formula,
right?
Per se. And then years later, you'll find a bunch of mini hymns, a bunch of babies trying that same, start screaming or aggression or whatever.
Right.
So that's another guy. Shout out to him he's always been the same, kind of always been a little different through all the eras of battle.
Exactly. He survived all the eras because of his authenticity.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's what the game lacking right now. The game is lacking authenticity. And then it's too cliquey. Nigga, you got niggas, you can't go battle on a league because that league owner only wants you to battle over here. You can't, us in this league are friends now, so it's not even real fierce competition. Yeah. We just competing with other niggas' leagues. Yeah. Like, what kind of shit is this? If we on the same league, niggas supposed to be gunning for the best spot. I don't fuck with none of you niggas.
Yeah. I mean, I guess
not there.
I guess I don't mind it if you already battled and become friends.
That's different.
That's kind of cool to see from a fan. I like seeing that because it's like, all right, cool. They did have it out. But some dream matchups get torn, like it never had to happen because you guys are already on the same team real quick.
Or they happen and it's them niggas being careful about what they saying.
Yeah.
It's like, nigga, bro, my thing is this. At the end of the day, once again, it come back to real hip hop. I was just thinking, it always come back to hip hop.
Like what people say, the essence.
Yes, because everything we've been criticizing about hip hop for these last few years is going down in battle rap. The only difference is the battle rap populace is getting smaller and smaller.
They're getting older, thinning out, whatever's happening. Yeah.
And it's like the new generation. People aren't latching on to the new generation because they just don't got it. And there's some niggas that's really nice. There's few niggas that I really fuck with. Yeah. Like authentic niggas that's tough.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But then
there's just not enough.
And I wish I could say the names all the time.
No, we won't say the names.
Right. So why?
We'll bleep them out. No, because that's not, we're thinking like in a bigger, more abstract way. Right. We're not thinking just one or two guys. We're thinking like the
overall,
course,
exactly.
Like the course of where it's going.
Yeah. So I kind of wanted to say that, I wanted to say the name so it didn't feel like I'm saying the whole culture is fucked up.
Right. Yeah.
Because it's not. It's some niggas that's really nice. It just feel like the niggas is. And if you see me react to your shit on Twitter, that mean I think you're nice.
Yeah.
But it's not enough niggas that's really cooking like that, and they not being pushed the same way. Yeah. The carbon copies and the hype beast are.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Why do you think that is? You think it's like an incentive thing? Like there's no incentive to be like a standalone, the lone wolf battle rapper out there?
No, it's not. And I know this from experience.
Yeah, it's like, is that one of the things pushing? Like, there's not enough brave souls out there to be like, fuck yeah, this is how we're gonna do it.
And I'm gonna say this: when it comes to the battle rap game, if you doing shit on your own, it's gonna be hard to make it because it's broken off into sections now. It's broken off into sections. Them niggas only fuck with them niggas. Them niggas fuck with them niggas. It's 20 niggas in that group. It's 25 niggas in that group, and they just merged to make one bigger group. So it's a group of 50 niggas. Then you got some of the OGs got groups, and they want you to come join their group so that you can't get more popular than them niggas.
Yeah.
And then when you get more popular than niggas, they take credit. It's just a bunch of weird shit. It's not about the the thing that people care about, that should care about the most, they care about it the least. It's not about the competition no more and who really nicer. It's not about that.
Yeah, I can see that. It burns you up because you have like the nostalgia thing for the old 90s hip hop, the early 2000s, whoever was going on in there. Like I saw you going through that hip hop store.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Like I respect I got hella alarms. But I respect.
Let me know when you got to go. I don't know how much time we got.
No, my alarms be going out through the day to keep me fucking. Because like I said, not my time management bad, so I'll be spacing out, fucking forgetting shit. So I'll be having to have alarms for the people out there that
smart.
You know what I mean? Put some alarms. That shit.
You already pay for the phone. It does more than just Instagram.
Exactly.
It does a lot of fucking tools like that.
But I think what we were saying was, I think just overall, I think battle rap is in a space where if you're on your own shit, like I was trying to be, and I still am, but you don't got no power, and power is audience, or you don't got no people who are looking to check for you, they gonna act like you don't exist. Mm-hmm. The only way to really do what you want to do in battle rap is have your own shit, and not even have your own league or nothing like that. I'm not saying that, but have people who want to watch you.
Yeah, like a following, or the people that'll jump in the comments.
Exactly, not the people who go into URL to watch you because they love URL. Yeah. But in the Smack era, and that's the one thing all them niggas had in common. They had niggas that fucked with them before they ever got to Smack.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? These niggas come in the game, nobody fuck with them. They all trying to gain their audience from this same pool of niggas who have created this one every 4 bars, every 2 bars a punch, you know what I mean?
Yeah, they're all.
And it's shout out to Rum Nitty, because Rum Nitty's the one. He really the GOAT.
Yeah,
he really wanted to go to this shit.
Yeah,
but
when he said he's coming down with something, whatever.
Yeah, but I'm not getting mad. I'm not getting mad at Nitty because he revolutionized punching. Yeah, I'm talking about the niggas who copy a Nitty formula without doing any of the fucking work.
Right. There's people that have been trying different styles this whole time, and I'm not mad at them for that, but that's not really an authentic kind of way of going about it, you know?
Exactly.
So, shout out to everyone that's still trying, though.
Yeah.
I'll find them. I'll try to find them and listen to them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's our duty as the fans.
I'm gonna start covering battle rap on my page.
A little bit more?
So I can highlight the niggas that's really fucking nice.
Yeah.
Cause there's niggas that's really nice and they be trying to pretend like them niggas not.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah, I've learned that too. Like sometimes it's up to us to train people too. Like if you were watching sports with a guy and he was calling the wrong thing, you're like, dude, that wasn't a foul. Like you don't even know it. You must not know basketball. Right. It's the same thing with battle rap. We got to be like, you don't really get points for that. If you recycle someone else's thing to reference it, cool. That's a setup to what you're going to say. But if you just say it and you're trying to be ironic, that's called filler.
Exactly.
You know, to us. Like, so we have to call that too. We have to be like, all right, cool. We're not really going to cheer for that.
Exactly.
We're here. I'm not going to drop out because of it, but I'm not going to be like, that was crazy.
Exactly.
You know, like I can't really fluff it up like that. That's going to be more on us too. So I'm going to do my homework.
Yeah, it's a lot of nice niggas out there. Shout out my boy Cabo Bravado. You know what I'm saying? Shout out my nigga Cabo Bravado.
That's one to look at?
Yeah, Cabo Bravado for sure. Well, that's the homie, so I'm going to say his name.
Yeah.
I'll do this shit for other niggas a different time, but Cabo Bravado.
No, you can say the names. I thought you were going to say people fucking around and not doing it right. You can shout out the battle rappers that we should look into.
I can't think of them off the top of my head.
Okay, cool.
But I fuck with them, though.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? But the only nigga off the top of my head is the nigga I know, the nigga I fuck with, and that's Cabo Bravado. And I wouldn't even say his name if I thought he was ass. So I thought, Captain, like, he from New Orleans, you know what I'm saying? He got to put a South spin on it.
That's fine.
He a little different. Them niggas hate him, too. You feel me?
That's fire. I love different regions. I love regions, too. Like, when the different regions start popping out. Mm-hmm. What was the last guy that I thought was really cool? What's the guy's name? He has a crazy accent, like a bunch of gold in his mouth. He got famous quick.
Battle rap?
In battle rap, yeah. Crazy Southern slang, like
Swamp.
I remember when he came out, I was like, man, this is cool. It's just cool for the ears to just switch it up. Like he's talking crazy too, but it's like slangs I've never heard. It's different. What do they call guns over there? Like, you know, I love that
exactly.
shit.
And I think Swamp. Another thing about Swamp is, I think. Not even a critique, but I think with Swamp and Capo, I think the difference between them is Swamp, I feel like a lot of his stuff is carried by that, though.
Right.
Where I think Capo...
Still lyrical.
And even others, like T-Top and, you know, niggas who come from... They're not relying heavily on the aesthetic, and it's more they bring in the material. But I also really like, just like you're saying, it's the sound, and it's the really, the authenticity.
Yeah.
Really?
And if you're a real fan of battle rap, you know, here comes a guy with a funny accent. It could work for him, or it could be the end of
Yeah.
And the next guy's gonna say, "Bah, bah, bah." It's over.
Yeah.
He's gonna pull a shirt off, and underneath will have, and it'll be some shit. It's over. So like, battle rap is crazy. It's like a dichotomy thing. It's a double-edged sword. So we talked a little bit about battles, man. Like I was doing my homework. Like I said all that nice stuff about you, and then I was like, damn, he's got a battle Thesaurus though.
Right.
You know, Thesaurus is like super OG to the point where like he might write some shit as you're talking, you know?
Yeah.
He might change his shit right here. You shouldn't have said that. So I wasn't necessarily worried for you, but I was just like, what, you know, you can't ever count Thesaurus out. You can't count out a crafty veteran.
It's like, what are you supposed to say to Thesaurus? That's one thing I heard a lot of people ask me. It was like, what do you say to him? I'm like,
how many things rhyme with Scribble Jam?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, fuck.
I think the interesting thing about that battle, I think a skill I developed further in that battle was the ability to impact the room without the need of a defaming angle or too many punchlines all in one battle. So it's one thing to not do it. Like, for example, I could do a battle, no punchlines, and just character assassinate you all day, right? Or the other way around. But to do neither, it was tough. You feel me? To write for him. So I had to think like out of the box almost, because I didn't want to disrespect him. But I also didn't want to have a round just full of punchlines all day.
Yeah, I could see how that would be tough.
Yeah.
Because it's like, how far back do you go? How current do you stay? Like, what the fuck's the last thing he did? You know what I mean? What, has he been in the news? Like, he's such an OG. He hasn't really done much out of pocket or whatever. I haven't heard about him in a while, but besides him just being constant battling since I fucking been clicking on YouTube. So
exactly.
It's like, damn. But I think you did a good job.
That's love.
You represented properly.
That's love. Most people got me winning.
Yeah, for sure.
Most people do got me winning.
Yeah, I mean,
respectfully, but it was a one-rounder.
And but just like you said, like now that I'm hearing that stuff definitely came through where you were just like trying to be like the top part of your confidence level without it being over the top or being shit talking about him. It was like it's almost like when you're talking in a group and you're ignoring this guy.
Right.
You know he's hearing you. You're like, yo, hey, but it's like this guy's the real I'm trying to get my message to. So
and I think what's crazy? I think my angle for Thesaurus was to cater to the nostalgia. So it was almost like
it hurts me more than it hurts you, Thesaurus.
Like a nod. It was almost like a nod. A lot of bars. I had bars about Smack DVD and the diluting of the culture and all this different shit. I think my most viral bar was the one of my most viral bar to this day was the so they don't turn. That it was important that Kendrick whooped Drake ass because because they don't do the hip hop but they did the jazz.
Cause I don't write my punchlines, my life do. The ancestors move my pen. It ain't just me rapping against you. Nigga, I can't even hate on Drake. A ghost rewriting my shit too. Ghost be writing my shit too. Rap. Now Ghost be writing my shit too. And hell yeah, I was rooting for Kendrick. That nigga was in a different bag. It's a little different on the West. Now we get the brag. It was important for the culture that he whipped his ass. So they don't do the hip hop, but they did the jazz.
Yeah.
So it was almost like I was almost like trying to tell him and the audience for his viewers. Like, yeah, I'm young, but I'm one of those too. Like, I understand the game. So I was really trying to say that to him and the audience, and I feel like that came across.
Yeah, that's hard, and that's right on brand for you too. Like a young guy, but that's doing the homework.
Exactly.
You know, I'm gonna bring that up too. I did see when you were doing your vlog at the store. You were like, I thought it was cool. You said I like looking up old articles and stuff to see what the kind of the scope was back then. Yeah. Like you said, I like looking at shit through different lenses and see what's up. Yeah. So that's kind of rare too, a young guy that doesn't think he knows it all.
Oh yeah, I think sometimes I do that to like a hindrance where I know there's so many different perspectives out there that sometimes I'll even take my own with a grain of salt. Yeah. I think sometimes that's appropriate, but all the time that's not appropriate. So it's about finding the balance. But I think especially when I want to uncover the biases of media and the goal to censor hip hop and shit like that. I think it's important to see how history was written through the lens of media, not through the lens of the people. It's easy to understand the lens of the people, but what was the lens of the other side so I can understand what it looks like when it happens again?
Yep.
You know?
Yeah, I watched this. I forget. It was like a conspiracy podcast, and this guy was like, "Do you think radio and shit and TV was made because some guy just wanted to like play his favorite songs?" They're like, "No, they were trying to get a message out from day one."
Yeah.
They didn't build towers and all that and start making it all work just to be like, enjoy.
Yeah.
They were trying to sell shit. They were trying to tell you who to vote for immediately. Day one of radio, every kind of media. So like, start there with your mind and go, okay, ever since then, someone's trying to get their hand in your pocket, trying to brainwash you something. They're trying to get you to think one way or the other. You know, so that one always taps into me where it's like the free will argument, you know? You have free will, for sure. You have free will, but you never had the free will to choose what commercials you watched since you were like a baby.
Yeah, that's real. You never do. It's almost like a that's why your upbringing is so important too, because you gotta your parents gotta be able to know what to knock off and what to not knock off when it comes to what's being given to you. What to tell you, how to tell you, and what to tell you to stay away from. And what to tell you that's, you know what I mean? Like, for example, as early as I can remember, my mom always kept it real with me about our position as black people in the world, police violence, the details on what Tupac was talking about.
Like some history.
Like just understanding like it's a real world out there, and just because you're a child don't mean I'm gonna, you know, just be able to protect you from it. So I gotta tell you as early as possible. So I feel like I've been radicalized since since I can remember having my first thought.
Even that word, right? Radicalized.
Yeah.
They taught us to consider you radical because someone put you on game early.
That's real.
You're not radical. You're just smarter than the average.
That's real. And now they call you tinfoil hat.
You see what I'm saying? Call me what you want. Just fucking, you know.
Exactly.
As long as I know, because like I noticed that, like you said, radical or kind of like a righteous mindset you have. But even in the videos, when you tap in and you watch the whole video, watch it through, the tagline might be like, should we even care about this? And then you're like, what? And then you watch it, you go, okay.
Exactly.
He's letting you know you can care about it if you want, and if you don't, it's also okay.
Yeah.
It's okay to protect your own neck in these fucking crazy worlds.
Exactly, because and that's another thing too that I'm learning through being a YouTuber is that a lot of people want you to only think in a way that they can identify you with. If you start thinking or talking about things that's unfamiliar or might be a threat to what this chamber is supposed to be, then some people get upset with that.
Yeah.
And it makes them uncomfortable. But I understand why though, because there have been plenty of people who had platforms or leaders who get in a certain position and then turn on the people.
Yeah.
Or get in a certain position and then or get offered something and then sacrifice what they built for the for the machine or for the narrative. And that's why like I have a grace for people who like, try to what would you call it? Manage my opinions. But yeah, you look through the history and it's like you can understand why people feel like that, because people just be nervous.
Yeah.
They giving you love to a person, they don't know what that's gonna turn into a year from now.
Yeah. I mean, you're saying all the right things. Like, you're giving people grace, because that's the only way to get them to really open their eyes to some things. It's like, I can't be a dickhead when you've been mistreated by dickheads your whole life. I'll be the nice guy, even if it takes forever for you to get to what I'm saying. So I think you're pretty gentle with people, even if it's like a really tough subject.
Yeah, I try to be, because I really understand.
You're kind of giving them like the tough love angle, like, the medicine that tastes worse will make you feel better the quickest.
Right.
Bubblegum medicine they don't do shit, but the really nasty medicine, that cough syrup you don't like, it gets you better like the next day.
Yeah, and I learn from the people that watch me every day. Every time I get on live, every time I look through the comments, because it be OGs, it be you know what I mean?
Be women,
women in there, the women OGs, from back in, you know what I'm saying, who really got to witness a lot of the shit that I'm talking about. And they put me on game. You
That's
feel
why
me?
I said women, because it's like the list of perspectives that come up in the chat. There's a bunch of different people.
Exactly.
You know?
It's like from that perspective. And then you even got the young cats in there who are younger than me and, you know, dropping gems in there. You feel me? So it's like that's why I love it too, because it's like a cycle of, you know, I'm throwing out information out there and they either receive it or they don't. Some people end up not fucking with me because of what I put out there. Some people fuck with it, and then some people are like, I disagree, but A, B, and C, D.
Yeah.
And then some of those people, I'm like, damn, actually, that made a whole lot of sense. Like, I feel differently about what I said.
Yeah. Or at least a little bit on your side, whatever. Like, now I'm in the middle.
Now I'm more in the middle.
Yeah. I'm
You know
okay with that, too. Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, especially with that, I knew my YouTube was in a good space when I made that video that you're talking about. What was it?
Should we even care or whatever?
Should black people care about this?
You know I clicked.
Right, exactly. And I looked in the comments.
I'm like, how come this fool don't care?
Right.
But he cares.
Yeah, exactly.
He cares.
And I looked through the comments and it's like a bunch of different perspectives.
Yeah.
But it wasn't a bunch of people. I didn't really see a lot of people mad.
No.
And that's when I was like, oh, okay, I feel like I've pretty much established that all the conversations we're going to have on this channel are going to be nuanced.
Yeah. Or healthy.
Or, you know what I mean?
You know, something where people can learn a little bit.
Yeah.
I was in the comments for the AI one.
The AI one?
It was like Timbaland did the AI.
Oh, the live. I did a live on it. Right.
I was in the comments and, you know, I was like kind of not, you know, I was doing the troll thing. I'm like, hey, well, how would you use AI properly then if this is improper?
Right.
And people that were answering me, they're like, it's not that, man. It's like they were taking their time to answer me.
Right.
They weren't just like hate, you know?
Right.
They were like, nah, man, it's like more like this. I'm like,
exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, they're like, think about the artist, think about the person. I'm like, okay, I get it. You know,
yeah, they had great. They be, and I think there's been a couple times where I've pushed people off of my channel from some of the things I said, but once we all,
sorry, dude.
No, you good. Once we all like came to understanding what I think we have for the last like month or two, that, you know, we all gonna think differently, but we all at the end of the day had the same idea as far as what we love about the culture, and what the culture does for the world, not only this country but for the world, and that's the common denominator. I think there's a world where this might sound crazy right now, but it's supposed to sound crazy because
it's a hot take.
It's a hot take, I guess, right? But it's like we should be able to come to a point where a black capitalist, a black socialist, you know what I'm saying, a black communist, or even in general, people who are whatever, can all get in the same room, have disagreements, but still have the same perspective. Or not perspective, but the same end goal.
Some of the same goals, yeah.
Right. And that sounds counterintuitive because capitalism isn't meant to, you know,
it's meant to squash everything else.
It's meant to squash.
Yeah. But what you're saying is kind of like the vibe from your chat. It's like we'll have differences in opinion or whatever, but everyone here wants hip hop to be okay. Mm-hmm. At the end of the day, everyone here wants like a good battle. Everyone here wants like, you know, the elite rappers to fucking put on a show for us, you know.
Mm-hmm. So. And they keep it real. And yeah, I think that's really what it all really is. It's just like,
I don't roll a lot of joints, go for it. But let me know if it's not pulling right, whatever, try again. Shit might start running.
Oh, we good. Yeah, bro. I think at the end of the day, there's a world where, just in my imagination world, where there's a alternative, maybe an alternative democracy, alternative capitalism.
Yeah, like a tweak, a system how we have it, but a little tweak.
Right, but with some tweaks in it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, niggas be like, no. But I'm like, nigga, how the fuck you think these niggas came up with it?
Yeah, they worked on it.
A nigga thought about it. That's where it started. It started off as a thought. You know what I'm saying? A bunch of niggas agreed. Them niggas found a way to gain power, whether it was get some land or you know, get connected with bloodlines and shit. And then everybody else had to follow it. That's how it came to be. So why wouldn't we be able to tweak capitalism or tweak socialism or tweak communism in a way where, you know, there's pockets that people can exist in without it having to be.
Yeah. Also, people are stuck on. Yeah, go for it. There's people that are stuck on time limits. Like, oh, this is what we're gonna do forever. No, we'll try it for X amount of years. Like where it's not locked in for ever.
Right.
You know, we're doing it for 50 years, 100 years.
Yeah, let's switch according to the times, maybe.
We're going to try this for 125 years. Like, we could be mature and give us a long timeline, but what's this whole, like, we're going to do it like this from now on until somebody decides or figures out a loophole or top it to, you know, to top power over. It's like, what the fuck's all this weird shit?
Right.
Knowing how humans are, knowing humans are greedy, knowing humans change, knowing about technology. Technology changes all the fucking time. So how are you going to write in rules that are going to regulate shit forever? Like that
exactly.
That doesn't make sense either. You know, it also makes sense like that worked for a long time. Let's rock it like how it was for a long time. Now, long time's over.
The conditions in which all this shit is in was different.
They didn't even.
It's different now than it was when we created it.
Yeah, they didn't even know. They didn't have phones. We have iPhones. They didn't even have phones.
Right.
So they lived in a world where they couldn't even fathom, like, I can talk to someone way over there.
Right.
They had to go get on a horse and go that way. Like, that's some other shit.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And then you go further back in time, you hit Egyptians. They might have had phones. Egyptians might have had phones.
I like to believe that.
Egyptians might have had something else. They might have had a helicopter.
Yeah, it's just hard for me to believe that we just the first civilization, or this term of civilization that we're in, whatever it's called, was the first one to start really building on technology. And it's hard for me to believe that. I feel like it's been advanced technology around this motherfucker since who knows. There's a lot of shit that still can't be explained.
There's one thing about humans, like the human spirit, is they don't really wait for permission sometimes. So people back then weren't waiting for like the 1800s to get in the ocean. Motherfuckers been trying to go over there. Like, I'm out of food right here. I got to go over there. I got to leave my kids. Boom. They've been doing that move. Busting a move is like part of human nature. It's like how you survive. Like, I got to go. So it's like they have hella evidence on YouTube. You know, it's fucking bro science, but they have a lot of shit where it's like they think Native Americans went to Egypt and exchanged gifts with the pharaohs and shit.
I wouldn't be surprised.
So they're like, people, Africans weren't waiting for people to tell them it was okay to be like seafaring people.
Right.
They took over the world, and then a bunch of time went, and then now this shit, recorded history happened. But there's people that believe like the people in Africa were like all around the world first.
I mean,
like not only like the first man was there, but like they took off and seen everything. And I tend to believe shit like that.
I remember this freestyle changed my fucking life. It's the CeeLo Green freestyle on the Wake Up Show. Oh yeah,
CeeLo Green on the Wake Up Show.
Yeah,
that's an old one, huh?
It's an old one. Now this is the thing. This is the thing about putting your message in hip hop, no matter what it is, right? If it's to at least get people to think in a different way. I was young when I saw this video. I saw this video on Facebook. This is the first time I seen it on Facebook. An isolated post.
Yeah.
Some random person posted it, and it did some numbers, and I saw it. I didn't see it when it came out or nothing like that. I had no idea. I didn't even know, at that point in my life, I didn't even know CeeLo Green got down like that. The way he was talking. And he had a freestyle where I think it's really based in, like, you know, the Nation of Islam belief, like, as far as, what's his name? Yaqub. Okay. How he had like two different brains, and he used a half of his brain to create the Caucasian civilization. That's the idea. Okay. So in this song, he's rapping about this, and there's some truth in it. There's some things I don't believe, but the truth that I really took in was good enough for me to take in, and it changed my view on the world. And that's why I think it's important to hear what a motherfucker got to say. Even if you don't necessarily agree, there's something in there that might click to your puzzle piece. You know what I'm saying? Like, there might be something you've been trying to figure out that is in what he got to say. And that might not even been his point.
Yeah.
But for you, it put your, oh, wait, so that was, okay, so.
That's happened to me where some guys' throwaway bars like melted my head. I'm like, oh, what? Because it's like so right there for him.
Right.
But for me, it's like layers in.
That's what I'm saying.
So that's happened to me, especially with watching battles and shit.
Exactly. And with a dude like CeeLo Green on that shit, yeah, it was.
That dude's got
crazy.
like an old spirit and shit. He's like from Atlanta, or whatever.
It's an incredible freestyle.
I'll try to put it in the show. I don't think I've heard it.
Yeah, he does it. It's called CeeLo Green on the Wake Up Show on YouTube. and it's like a 2.5 minute freestyle, just raw. One of the best freestyles I've ever heard.
That's cool. I never heard that. I pride myself on hearing all the good bars online, but I never heard CeeLo Green.
Yeah, CeeLo Green.
I probably wasn't checking for CeeLo Green. It'd be crazy though.
Exactly. That's what I was saying. But I wasn't expecting him to be rapping the way he was rapping on there, but saying it in a way nobody would say it. That's really all rap is. Like, the best rappers do that. The best rappers say some shit you never heard a nigga say, and it just like almost where it's like, damn, like,
yeah,
you feel me? So I think that's the most important thing I learned as a rapper from the technical part.
Yeah,
from MF, and it's from MF Doom.
Like, what you're trying to do is this.
Exactly.
Like, this is the muscle.
Right. Every bar, like if somebody, like, if I write a bar one way or I think of a bar one way, okay, how can I say it different though? Mm-hmm. You feel me? Then it's like editing the work before you put it on the paper. Yeah. That's almost like what MF Doom always did.
Yeah, hell yeah. So, yeah, there's some rappers where it's like you could tell they read the Bible.
Oh yeah.
You go, hey man, you're kind of tapping into all those archetype stories and like, this is what a man is, this is what a father is, this is what a triple cross, double cross, betrayal. What? Yeah. ESTG is like that for me. He's like mumble rapper, gangster rapper, you know, like spin the block, all that shit. But everything he's saying is like philosophical. It's like art of war. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, he did that. That's why I told him that. Right. And then boom, took care of that problem. Right. Like always smooth mob boss shit. Right. But it gets you thinking. Yeah. So I really like that where it's like, I don't have to live that guy's life or be where he's from, but I see what he got it all the way across to me. Exactly. He made me understand. That's crazy.
The awareness. So I think, somebody like that for me is, ironically, is Kendrick Lamar. Yeah. I think Kendrick, especially that's one of the main reasons I think my liking to his music has increased recently, because I started really getting back to going to church and reading the Bible and shit. So a lot of his shit on like GNX had a lot more impact than it might have had for somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Just
weren't picking some of those things up.
Right, you like Man in the Garden. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. Like, that's, you feel me, just the references, the biblical references, and then bringing that to the total picture. Yeah. Is like, that shit always hard to me. I think when you can do that with any type of history, even if it ain't the Bible, just history in general, just to reflect, create a mirror between then and now. I love that shit. Yeah. That's my favorite shit.
Yeah. Some guys are really good. They're sneaky at it. Like Mac Miller is sneaky.
Mac Miller, yeah.
But he's got a lot of like biblical, colossal ideas. You're like, why is he talking? It's not just Mac Miller. Yeah. I thought you were doing Kool-Aid and whatever. What'd you say? But he was on some shit.
Yeah. Watching movies with the sound off with my shit.
Yeah, different shit. So I want to ask you about music though, because you do music as well. Yeah. It's another big part of your thing. Right. Another thing you're good at. You seem like you're good at a lot of stuff. This guy, a lot of my guests, I bring him on. I'm like, why did I bring this guy on? He's good at everything. That's love, bro. Like, what's the deal, dude? Never mind. But talk to me about that, man. Who was playing music growing up or what? How'd you fall in love with that? Or was that just another side of it? Or how'd you start?
As far as music?
Yeah, like actual putting music out or.
My mom was always listening. My mom said I've been fucking entertainer since I was, like, she said there was a time where I would there were times like my favorite songs would come on and I would like jump on the table with like a fake mic and like try to sing the songs. It's like me at like 4.
That's cool.
You know, she said I've always been like an entertainer. I feel like with the music, really, my mom was super passionate about music. You feel me? And I think growing up watching her be so passionate about music, especially the way she raps certain shit, or her music taste is crazy. Her hip hop card is crazy. And just to see how passionate she was about certain stuff, and to see,
So she taught you like how to appreciate it. Yeah. Yeah, like, oh, this is a good one. Okay, let me watch her.
Exactly.
My big sister was that for me. Like, I always thank her because she would always play R&B in the car, and she would sing her fucking heart out. So now I know what girls like. I know girls like this one. Okay, watch me bring up Craig David on the. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
Like, so now I'm just catching on to how you appreciate like what bar in there, what lyric in there was what gets the girls going crazy.
Right.
Like, that's how you love a woman. Okay.
That's real.
I'm just a little kid, like, listening, like, oh,
Yeah,
that's good.
That's real.
Yeah, so.
That's real.
It's
That's really,
cool.
yeah, that's real. Because, yeah, you learn a lot.
And it's like a hack, right? You could tell other girls, like, oh, I love this song, but you really, you learned it from, like, someone, like, that you were, like, you appreciated their taste in music and stuff.
Yes.
Like, oh, they're putting me on game.
Yes.
And same thing with, like, rappers and stuff. You get around the other dudes, you're like, oh, my brother put me on this or whatever. But, yeah, it was, like, always a golden ticket to have, like, my big sister tell me what songs are good.
Exactly, like.
Music Soul Child?
Yeah. And I learned, like, when you growing up, then the first thing you hearing is fucking Tupac and Ice Cube and, you know what I'm saying? Like, just real, just raw, rebellious, fuck you.
Yeah.
Fuck the establishment.
You got super lucky, right? Because people were listening to that around you, not sheltering. You didn't have to listen to Kids Bop or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. Nah, my mom didn't shelter
like all
me
the
from...
good shit right away.
Exactly.
Yep.
That's probably why my take on the world has always been so, I don't want to say demented, but just kind of,
Yeah.
Because I was shown this reality early, not only by my mom, but my experiences when I went outside.
That
you
too.
know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, sometimes your parents can't shelter you. They have to talk about it as things show up,
I wouldn't have been prepared for so much that I experienced if it wasn't for my mom keeping it real.
Yeah.
You know
I've learned that as a parent. I've had to give my kid the talk on certain things, and it's like I'm like I can't like decide to never talk about it with this thing with him, but I'm hoping I'm just picking when it's age appropriate. Like,
right.
Okay, I think he can handle this. He's 12. I think he could talk about girl crushes at school.
Right.
And like I can work on his confidence and tell him like, okay, you're not gonna get them all. Play the odds. You know what I mean? Like,
for real.
Remind him like it's not the last day that you'll have a shot at taking a shot at a girl or whatever. You can get another girl a Valentine's Day card, whatever. It's like they're going through these little things, and I don't want to make it like a big deal or a small deal. I just want to make it like this is the biggest deal for you right now, but
it's not that deep.
Remember, there's another day. Yeah, because when you're little, it's like
it feels crazy.
Yeah. And then, you hear about kids hurting themselves and stuff. It's like, dude, don't do that. I tell young kids a lot, you might have to wait. I was like a big kid growing up my whole life. And if someone would have told me, hey, man, just wait until this thing called Instagram comes out and they're going to have a hashtag called Big Guys for the Winter or whatever, you're going to be killing. You'll be the dude. Just wait. You know what I mean? I would just tell little pudgy me that. I'd been a little bit more patient.
Right.
So I just try to remind kids, like, everyone has a day in the sun, man. You got to wait.
Yeah.
Your shit might be tomorrow. You can't hurt yourself today. It might be
exactly.
Tomorrow.
And just being present.
Yeah.
Just being present. Yeah. As far as the music, I'm about to start putting some more shit out.
Yeah.
I got a lot of shit in the stash.
Should have that video soon.
It's crazy because I shot that video, shot another video, then another idea came out, so we working on that.
Oh, cool.
I got it's a lot of shit. I'm not gonna say too much, but
yeah, that's on brand for him. He's always got something cooking up.
Yeah, it's gonna feel like shit just happened out of nowhere.
Yeah, heads up for that.
Real shit. It's gonna feel like shit just happened. Like what? Like
yeah.
Thanks
for inviting me to that, dude. That was cool. I got to meet a lot of cool creative people at that video shoot.
Oh yeah, it was.
I got
dope.
to meet the guy from On the Mic.
Yeah,
all those guys. So cool. Yeah. Good shit.
I was gonna drop that, but I just felt like, same way, Ice Cube, Tupac, all my favorite artists from back then who wasn't afraid to say some shit. You feel me? I don't gotta have 1 million streams to have something to say. So, you know what I'm saying? That's why I'm not dropping that one, because with everything going on, I feel like I can't be talking this hip hop shit and not play hip hop. You feel me? So I said, fuck it, all that shit to the side. We gonna really
gas pedal, yeah.
Because the people need all the revolution needs the vibration too.
That's true.
You feel me?
You need a soundtrack to it.
Yeah. So that's the type of tip I'm about to be on.
Hell yeah, dude. We'll keep an eye out for that.
Hell yeah.
Before I let you go though, I want to talk about your YouTube thing again.
Right.
Your vlog and stuff. I know you said you just started the vlog, right?
Yeah, that was my first one ever. I just decided to do it that day. I was like,
very cool, very interesting. It reminded me of one of my favorite videos on YouTube. You know Devin the Dude? You ever heard of that rapper?
I have heard of Devin the Dude.
Devin the Dude is my favorite rapper of all time.
I don't think I've ever heard the song though.
He's fire, bro. And again, a guy that's just creative no matter what. He did he's been doing his brand since 1999 till now. Like, he doesn't ever switch, nothing. He has a cult following and all that shit. But he did this badass video where he went to a record store and he was just digging through the crates and showing people, like, here's my favorite Willie Nelson album and shit. You got to see all of his music taste,
right? Which
was way deeper than just rap, you know?
Right.
So it was fucking cool. He's like he's from Texas, so he's like, I love all these country artists. I love fucking, who was it? Dolly Parton.
Right.
You know what I mean? He's like different as fuck. So I'm like, this is so cool. It reminded me of that. So good shit on that.
That's dope.
Good shit on that vlog.
I appreciate that, bro. Appreciate that. Because now, I decided, like, from doing that, I shot it, edited it, and dropped it in the same day. So I was just like, I'm gonna start doing some, you know, putting more, you know what I'm saying? Just putting more random stuff in there.
Yeah. Like I said, what's entertaining to me was like your thought process on like why'd you want to get this Funko Pop or not. You know, like, oh, it could go good, but not. Right. Like, that's what I was like, okay, let's see how this person thinks. Or
right, exactly.
You know, so
exactly. I wanted to give people a better understanding of my musical perspective. And I feel like people will be shocked of the shit that I really listen to. Like, I listen to a lot of shit. Like, so
that's what happened to me. It's like you find out this guy's different. Like, you put him in a box, but then you're like, oh, he likes all this stuff.
Right.
Like
exactly.
swords and anime or whatever the fuck.
Yeah,
bunch of different toys and shit in there.
You feel me?
So good job on that, dude. I see you have a big following on there. People like your shit, so keep going. Are you gonna keep doing a podcast or no?
If I get a different situation, I don't want to keep shooting it in the situation that I was in. I want to get in a different situation and then do it. Because it's just like...
That way it's smooth and you can just do shit.
Yeah, I'd rather postpone it than keep forcing it.
Yeah.
Because people don't know what the... Bruh, we done shot like so many episodes.
Damn.
And only 2 came out right.
Damn.
So you get to a point where it's like, nigga, nah, this situation is just... Nah, we
just recording for nothing, huh?
Yeah, I got to get in a different situation. So that's when I really pivoted to doing the streams.
Yeah, I did see that. I was proud of you. You said, this is the camera and mic I'm using. Yeah. Don't ever let yourself not start or whatever you're telling people.
Oh, yeah, I had that fucking microphone. This shit was hanging on by a thread. That's how I got my YouTube going. That little weird-ass microphone.
That's cool. It's important for people to see that.
Yeah, you can't... People don't give a fuck about what you're... Like, they do, but I'm learning most people really don't. I feel like if people really rock with your authenticity...
Yeah,
you can package it in a certain way that don't gotta be super
if
commercial or simple, not simple, but typical.
Yeah,
you could, you know what I mean? It don't gotta be super high quality to where, you know, no, if people really like you and they really fuck with you, that's a plus.
Yeah,
that's a plus for them.
If you're getting someone saying, "Hey, work on the audio," that means they're listening. So take that shit and run with it.
Right.
Work on the audio.
Yeah, I remember I heard somebody was talking about it's time to get a new mic, bro. Got a mic.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
Yeah, but people will let me know. The people will let you know.
Yeah,
that's something I'm learning. The people are gonna tell you.
Yeah,
you just gotta look.
It sounds like they're being mean, but it's because they want to keep listening. They're like, I'd love a more pleasurable experience. Can you get? Oh, hey, right on it.
And then you gotta remind yourself too that to take sometimes the request with a grain of salt as well, because that might work for them, but what about the rest of your audience?
That's true.
What if 65% of your audience? That's where I low-key fucked up. I was shooting my videos a certain way, but I shot them vertically on TikTok. People were saying shoot it horizontally. I had a couple people send me to shoot it horizontally. So what I did was I just shot it on my computer. Mm-hmm. But people loved the old style with the music and the editing and shit. And so that's when I found out, oh wait, I can just shoot it horizontally on my phone. I'm a head ass, so. But like I was like, I can go back to the old style, and then I seen a whole bunch of people talking about, yo, I'm glad you went back to the old style. So I'm like, that was a lesson of if you was doing it and it was working, why are you changing it? Mm-hmm. Really just enhance what you were already doing.
Yeah, for sure. Or like give yourself longer with that format.
Or add to that. Mm-hmm. Meaning, I got this that y'all love, but here goes some vlogs. Mm-hmm. I got some music too. Here goes some battles.
Yeah.
Here goes some, and then it's different sections. You feel me? Yeah. Some people know me for music. Some people know me for battling. Some people know me for content.
Yeah, that's really cool.
You know, so it's maximizing all three types.
They're all pretty interactive for you, though, huh? I've noticed people tap in.
Some people know me for anime.
Oh,
that's still the content.
I heard that. Is that the early days for you?
Yeah, I still I haven't done the anime shit in a minute, but
those like your early times.
I barely stopped.
Okay,
and it's only because I started going so hard with the hip hop page, it became like a it was just. And I got to get my time management back together because when I was on the schedule, I was doing both, but. I didn't stop the anime shit just because I was doing it was just like hella shit to do. But I'm trying to get back on posting my anime content.
Yeah.
Cause I
keep doing the YouTube shorts. I send those to people.
Oh yeah. I just
those
got
ones
back
are
into
like,
that.
They like trigger you right away. Like, what's he gonna say? Okay, all right. And your head moves around a little bit. It has that creepy music. Bing boom bing boom. Well, Kendrick Lamar. I'm like, oh, what is he gonna do that? No. So. One of the guests I had on, she's like celebrity gossip fan or whatever. She loves all that kind of stuff, so I send her those.
Yeah.
You know, she loves the Kendrick stuff. I'm like, check this dude out. This dude is going deep, doing his homework. He's talking about Pusha T. Like, he's not just surface level with it.
No, real shit. I think it's and I think this shit is just it's a special time too. I don't think a lot of people know that. So, but it's a special time that people are in. They'll look back 10 years from now and realize like this time in hip hop will probably never be replicated again. Yeah,
like when you did that Toronto show, you said
that'll never happen again.
Like he was saying,
that'll never happen again.
What if Tupac went to Biggie's backyard?
What if Tupac went to New York?
Yeah, what if he went there? It's happening now. Don't miss it.
Niggas would've what?
Man, I was halfway through that video. I'm like, how'd this guy get me again? How'd he get me again, man?
Wait, you were saying bring my best Tupac versus Biggie debate. What was that about?
Oh man, it's still there, man.
What's that?
I was gonna ask you. I'm leading up to it. You seen the 100 best albums or whatever thing at the? How was that?
I haven't read it yet.
Okay.
I'm actually gonna read it live with the people.
I'm gonna watch that. No, but I definitely see your argument with the Pac thing. I don't.
You got Biggie?
I don't think he's not better. I don't think that. Like I've definitely cried to a Tupac song. You know what I mean? That guy was a real artist, a real like poet, a fucking movie star. You give it I give everything to Tupac, right? But if we just want to go, hey, let's start rapping, and who am I gonna put my money on? Probably Biggie. In a room like this, just hey, you rap versus him. Tupac might make a theater show out of this. He might shoot the club. I know Biggie's gonna grab that little tiny microphone like he has in all his videos since he's 13, and start saying some crazy crack D-boy shit. Like as far as like undeniable lyrics, like lyricism. No one ever said he wasn't a lyricist. Nobody ever said he wasn't nice. It's just like he's not my choice, right? But what if you're a fat boy like me growing up, and he's for the fat boys? Like, bro, that is my style of rapper right there. Like, that's my hero.
Right.
So it's like, and then plus I'd be like a poser trying to pretend like I'm a Black Panther or something for Tupac.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's like seems ingenuous from me.
But you can still respect it.
That's what I'm saying. I've cried to his songs.
Okay.
But I can't be like, yo, he's speaking to my soul.
I'd
be a poser.
Tupac, but that's the thing.
I'd be a poser.
But Tupac rap about way more than
I understand.
Than
yes,
that though.
Like he's had songs for the girls, songs about being fly, you name it. He has a deeper catalog, I would say, right? So that's what I'm saying. I would never say.
You ever heard that? No. Who do you believe in?
Yeah,
that's that.
Yeah, we'll put some stuff in here.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I mean. I can't say like he's better. I can't be like. It's like a preference.
Biggie can't do that.
It's a preference thing. I
think he can't do that.
I think he could have done a lot.
Biggie can't do that, bro.
What's the song where he tells a story? It was just a different style. Like
he said, I see mothers in packs. I see mother in black crying, brothers in packs dying, plus everybody's high to doped up the ass. Watching
That's
our
not
all
fair.
Downfall. This is the end. It's like we don't believe in God because we living in sin. Biggie can't do that.
This doesn't fair. He's a rapper. I can't rap the lyric. Like I can't.
I'm just saying.
I can't get on it with him like that.
I'm just saying, Biggie can't. Look, this is my thing. Biggie is a legend.
For me, it's just a different kind of pain. It's a different type of pain. He's on that like I just lost a brick pain, and Tupac's like, I want to break out of prison or whatever. I shot a cop. Like he's a revolutionary for real. But Biggie's a rapper though. Like he's like if it's just
listen, this the thing.
If it's just rap,
I don't know because
no.
This the thing. I'm gonna say something I'm gonna say something that's probably gonna sound crazy.
No, it doesn't. Not up here. You can't say it. This is open space.
All right, but I'm gonna say this: when it comes to Biggie, and Biggie was nice as fuck. He one of the nicest niggas, right? But when niggas got that New York accent, they lyricism just get a +5 boost.
Cheat code, yeah.
I'm just being honest.
That's true. In battles
if
too.
If Tupac rapped his shit in the East Coast accent, niggas would give him way more credit.
That's true.
I'm trying to tell you. Like, a nigga, bro, and I found this out by this, like, Joey Badass, one of my favorites. Yeah. But I had niggas trying to tell me that he was going crazy in that battle with Rayvon and them. And that's when I knew. This nigga, he just sound like he going crazy because he from New York and he's pivoting flows sometimes.
Yeah.
But in reality, how many skills do you really have? And I think we skip skills too much. Like, we separate skills. Like, we think being a lyricist is separate from telling a story.
Okay.
Rapping from third perspective.
Yeah.
Being able to do stories in reverse, personify yourself as something and relate it back to real life.
But
like me and my girlfriend.
What about 10 Crack Commandments? That's too simple?
10 Crack Commandments is hard.
They still say that's like the dope boy Bible. Like you gotta know that song front and back.
But 10 Crack, that's another thing too. Biggie was hella influenced by Pac.
I mean,
huge influence.
Does he say that?
No, I'm saying they came up together.
So
Tupac
I don't know
put him on his first show.
I didn't know who the big brother, little brother was.
It's Tupac's like Biggie's big bro.
Oh, okay. All
Tupac put him on his first shows. All that shit. Taught him the game.
I'm gonna do that research.
Do it. And
I'm gonna do the homework.
If you listen, it's an interview where Tupac say he showed, and it's a couple verifications too, where he showed.
Oh, because he says he used to let him sleep on the couch.
And he showed Biggie Me Against the World. He showed the draft of Me Against the World to Biggie. And then Biggie came out rapping about the death shit and the... So, you know, even Pac influenced Nas. Niggas don't know that. Nas said that himself, though.
Okay.
Nas said Tupacalypse was one of the albums that influenced him the most.
Yeah.
And when you think about it, what does Tupacalypse kind of have shades of? There's shades of Illmatic.
Yeah. Like even the artwork and stuff.
Hellish, even the artwork.
Yeah.
So I think with Tupac,
we can say that about Nas. I don't even like Nas. Whatever. Nas is awesome, but I mean, he's not. We're not. You know,
Nas one of the greatest.
That's like Nas and Jay-Z argument. That's another guy.
Right. But I just feel like Tupac's lyricism gets overlooked because I think one thing he does it so swiftly that it feel like he's not doing it. He have a lot of inner rhyme schemes. He do be doing inner rhyme schemes.
Yeah.
He got crazy flow pockets.
Yeah.
He probably got top 5 flows ever.
Distinguishable,
original, best delivery in the history of hip hop.
His voice was powerful.
Best delivery in hip hop.
Because he could have had like 2 or 3 of those things, but he checked a lot of boxes.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I mean?
So, and then I think the ability he could even do the alliteration shit for a whole verse. If I die tonight. Poetry, power, and pistols, plotting on murderous motherfuckers for the picture the punk. Like, the whole verse.
Yeah.
And
I mean, they don't have any notebooks of Biggie's rhymes, though. They do have Pac notebooks. He wrote everything down.
I'm saying.
Biggie didn't have to write anything.
And this is my thing.
Did he get points for that? Where he would just smoke a blunt and then still be verses like up against a guy like Tupac that would write for 7 hours and have all these engineers and all that. Like, he took all the studio time.
Biggie wasn't writing at all.
They said he would just pour a drink, roll a L, and then go in there. I'm telling you, like, for me, he just personifies a rapper, like a serious.
But Pac was a good freestyler too.
But Pac was in the movies.
Pac ain't cooked Biggie in that freestyle.
Which one? The one where they're on stage?
No, he cooked him in that one too. But no, I'm talking
like
about
no, you can't use my own. No, that's the one where Biggie said the 38-8s or whatever.
No, Biggie was cooking.
Yeah.
But
that's
Pac,
when they were friends.
Sitting next
Let's
to
not do that when they were friends. Let's not do that.
When they were sitting next to each other in the booth.
Yeah.
Come on. Pac kind of
I'll put some clips in here, man.
But I just think Tupac's lyricism is underrated because he's more focused on getting the message across than he is doing the other stuff. But when he wanted to rap, he could rap. And nope. I don't think anybody's a better storyteller.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't think anybody's a better storyteller. I'm just like, why don't that count It's lyricism.
Yeah, it does. It does. It's just like
I think Biggie got more bars.
It's the layers in for when someone's really taking you down that whole path, and then by the end you're like emotional.
Yeah.
Like a Dear Mama and all that shit. Like everyone knows that song. Cries it. One time I was arguing with my brother about this, and he's a Tupac guy. He goes, "All right, well, let's get in the car and go to the fucking Swap Mart right now, and there's gonna be a blanket of a fucking lion, and then Bob Marley, and then Tupac, and then Wayne Gretzky, but no Biggies."
Listen,
Biggies, you got to ask, they're down there rolled up. But like the ones displayed is like the Pac, the Michael Jordan. He's like, dude, he transcended.
And
so
that's the thing.
That kind of shut me down one time too.
And some people will say Pac's legacy is because he died or some shit like that. And
like if he would have waited around longer, he would have been like not as good.
Yeah, and I think for
diluted.
Me, I don't even think that's it's impossible.
No way.
It's impossible because his style is just authenticity, so it's gonna always translate. It's why
he would have just kept morphing into,
and that's why with a battle, I feel like he would have stopped rapping eventually. But I think that's why this battle with Kendrick, I'm about to drop a video on this tonight. The battle with Kendrick Lamar and Drake, Tupac was at the center of that battle. Niggas don't even think about that. Tupac was at the center of the most important battle in genre history.
Think about that. He'll tell you on his show though.
The battle for the genre. Damn. That was the battle for the genre, bro. And Tupac really was at the center of it.
It really was. It was a shifting of the genre for sure.
Which is All Eyes on Me, and I'm going to send it up to Pac in the biggest diss track ever. Tupac's name is in there.
You think he like invoked his spirit
to
win the battle?
Easily.
Oh, witchcraft.
I think hip hop. Nah, not like that.
He's a Wiccan.
Not like that. I think hip hop. I think Tupac's spirit wrote. I think just like when the colonizer overthrows, or when the colony overthrows the colonizer,
he's going in.
It takes time for everybody. It start here.
The real Jalopy's here.
That's like
the real Jalopy. Shut up.
It start here though, and once people get collectively here, then this starts moving. You see what I'm saying? I think it was the same thing in hip hop. In hip hop, everybody knew what the fuck was going on, but nobody wanted to say nothing. The intensity of the battle didn't really turn up until Drake said Tupac's name. Then it took another level. It went to the next level. But I'm saying, like, that's because the spirit of Tupac is rebellion. So because of that, he is forever directly attached to the rebellious genre. You feel me? Yeah. So it's like
anytime this shit starts acting like flaring up again, spirit of Tupac shows up.
I'm saying, and it's not just him. It's like just the ancestors. I think even before hip hop, we talking about in music, blues, country, and the slaves. Like I think it really, that energy was there for that battle, and I think that Tupac being at the center of that battle is proof of who is the greatest of all time. That's just how I feel. It's the proof of who is the greatest to ever do this shit. It's just proof.
That's just how it worked out.
That's how I feel. The hypest part of the biggest diss track ever is the nigga saying, "Bitches, all eyes on me, and I'm gonna send it up to Pac." What are we doing?
Why are you playing with those words?
I fuck with Biggie. Biggie is nice.
To end it all here.
That's it though. Biggie can rap good. That's it though.
You think he would have been a good battler? That's always a cool question. He would have been a good battler, huh? He would nice. Hard to beat.
Yeah, he would have been a good battler, I guess.
You don't even like him even for that. You're like, you've been all right. I would have cooked him. You would have cooked him?
I feel like Biggie... I think Biggie's overrated as a battler.
Oh, really?
Because the nigga pulled up. The nigga shot at you. That nigga gave you a headshot and you couldn't even speak. That's the one thing niggas be forgetting about. And this last thing I'm gonna say about this. Okay. That's the one thing niggas be forgetting about. Is that all these niggas goats. Niggas goats is Nas, Jay-Z, all these niggas. The one thing them niggas got in common is Tupac tore them the fuck up.
Damn.
That's the one thing that niggas got in common is Tupac tore them the fuck up.
They all had an issue with Pac.
And they all got cooked. Jay-Z cooked. Nas cooked. Biggie cooked. Nick cooked so crazy niggas didn't even say nothing.
Didn't even come direct.
My Beat got the best diss track against Pac.
I don't know. I guess that's what we'll chuck it up. Pac wins. No, Pac wins.
You feel me?
Quaku told me not to argue with you.
No, look, when it comes to the Pac shit, I'm gonna get it gets surgical.
Forever.
It gets surgical.
This one right here.
Oh, it gets surgical with the pot argument.
No, yeah, Quake was like, hey, don't argue with him. He remembers too much.
He remembers too much.
He said that. That's so funny. I was like, I'll make sure to bring up at least one.
No, but yeah, that's my argument. I feel like if anything, if you want to just the surface level, the surface level of who is nicer, Pac or Biggie, the one thing I'm always go to is who whooped whose ass.
Right. I mean, they say there's that one unreleased track that Busta Rhymes has. He said that in an interview. He's like, where he actually said Pac's name and stuff, but they didn't put it out. It was Busta Rhymes' track.
Hypotheticals.
It could have. It's what I'm saying. They can't count it. It could have been, should have been, or whatever. But
Busta Rhymes
so-called beef with you know who. That's all he said.
If it's true, it's probably crazy.
He said, "I'm not putting this out."
Yeah, Busta Rhymes is nice.
Yeah, super timeless too.
Busta Rhymes is hella nice. You heard that shit with him and Kendrick? It's on the something distinction. What? No, Extinction. It's one of the newer albums. It's like a part 2 of the album he dropped in the 90s. But
oh, it's like a continuation thing. That's cool.
But he had Kendrick on there. It's a song called "Look Over Your Shoulder," Michael Jackson sample.
Dirty,
crazy. It's one of my favorite Kendrick verses ever.
I like Vince Staples a lot. How do you feel about that guy?
Vince Staples is fire.
One time I came into work. It was right before Kendrick put out an album. I forget which one. They're like, yeah, it comes out like whatever Friday. I'm like, hey man, I think Vince Staples is better than Kendrick.
Whoa!
Everyone in the whole place was like, we need to argue right now. I'm like, lunch break. And we're like, I was like pumping them up. By the end, they're like, I don't know if you're right or not. I'm like, go home and listen to more shit. I'm telling you.
Vince is cold as fuck, but
the only thing I had on them was that Vince Staples is like real similar, you know, with the storytelling or the types of stories they're telling, you know, where they're from, area, regions, but at least he's more direct, you know, like Vince Staples says he hits the corner clicking and he's going to shoot a guy. And Kendrick's like, here's a story about a guy that got shot one time that you can't really tell you all the specifics because it's so crazy.
Right.
Which I respect. But it's like this other guy said, like, I did it Thursday. You know what I mean? Like, shit.
I mean, I'm not going to lie. From Kendrick music, I mean, he pretty much said that he did.
Right. But it's like a roundabout, you know, it's a roundabout way, which I think is clever and cool. It's cool. It's like you don't want the police to come find you, obviously. It's like the smart way to do it. But it's just like, if we're talking about...
But he also could just be representation of what somebody is. You know what I mean? He also could be doing that. So who knows?
I really like that about Vince Staples. He's super direct is what I'm saying, you know?
Vince Staples is the nicest.
He has like a pro-black message without saying anything bad about anybody. Like, he's not talking about no other race. He's saying like, hey, why are you acting like that? Why are you thinking like that? Why would you let money do that to you? Every interview you see Vince Staples, he's like, nah, I'm going to say this instead. He's very like out of the box kind of dude. Yeah,
Vince Staples is...
Talk about radical or righteous. Like, he's saying some shit, so...
Yeah, Vince Staples, he got some crazy verses, bro. But
and he sneaks them in, melodical and shit. Got good songs.
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, I'm gonna get you out of here, dude. Tell the people where they can find you and stuff.
Hey, Jalopy Bungus, you feel me?
You got 2 cameras.
Check me out on YouTube at Jalopy Bungus, you feel me? You can find all my stuff on there. Battles, music, new music coming soon. All types of shit, you feel me? You like anime, I got an anime TikTok. You like hip hop, anime TikTok, and YouTube. All Jalopy Bungus, you feel me?
Easy to find.
So yeah.
Yeah, thanks a lot, man. Thanks for coming on.
Yep.
I appreciate you, bro.
All right.
And thanks for watching, guys.
Yes, sir.